I know it's Saturday afternoon and it's a beautiful day here in New York. I just now got in after the 20-year ceremony. It was a rough morning, but I'm better now, much better. I'm glad I got up and went. I sound terrible, but kind of spent the whole morning crying, and I've been up since 6:30. But well, I'm much better than I was. Hi to everybody in chat. I can't see it come up. It hasn't come up on my end yet. All these dogs, of course, they start barking the minute I go live. I don't know why I can't see chat yet. If you can, please type in here so I can see if anybody wrote. I know there's only 2 people, but I just came on here for a minute or two just to speak a little bit about my day. And just to remind everybody to think about what today is and how many people are really going through it, because yeah, often throughout the year times it gets easier, but on this day it never gets any easier for these families. It just don't. Hi Dawn, can you hear me okay? um Being from New York and going back to that site, it's just such an amazing experience. And you see all these families, and it wasn't it gets easier, I guess, because people did find love, and children are not babies anymore and they grew up. But seeing these kids that once babies now being firefighters like their dads were, and it was just an overall general good day until, because normally when we go, they have buses set up that you could park in the parking lot and they would take us there. And they did so today. They haven't had it in 3 years because of COVID, but today they did it because it was a Saturday. City's less crowded. Um, yeah, it's on. I betcha seeing those lights is so nice at night, right? I love going down to the harbor because to me that'll always be, the city's not complete without those images there. And at least when they have the lights, which I feel like they should have all the time, it makes it somewhat symbolic. But anyway, we're on red alert. I didn't want to take the bus. I was panicking about the tunnel, so we decided to take the ferry in, which in itself, if you know the ferry, it's a beautiful ride past the Statue of Liberty and all. And of course, you're facing that site, wanting to see it. So it is a little rough, but I didn't pay attention, so it wasn't so bad. But it was crazy ironic as we were walking back to the ferry after they read um, my friend's name. I never stay because it's just too emotional for me. I usually would go back to the bus after they said her name. Today, we decided to just, walk back to the ferry. And as we were walking, my knees were like getting, I'm like, I'm just old and I don't have that New York stamina I once had 20 years ago. And then I realized when we got to the ferry and it was 10:30 and everything, 20 years came all back to me. 20, like 20 years of raising my kids and now being a grandma and wondering the what ifs and visioning my friend with a family. And I didn't know why all these crazy memories that weren't even there. Like I was visioning the whole family that she had. And it was crazy, like, and till the captain had announced, 10:30 boat taken out of Whitehall. You know how they do the announcement. Excuse me, I have a bad cold. And I remember I got on the last ferry out of Manhattan that morning, and it was 10:26. It had to be because the last tower fell as we were in the ferry terminal. So that's why I was feeling anxiety, like doing that walk again, getting on that boat at the same time I was 20 years prior, only a lot dirtier and a lot more. Well, it was just a mess. I but it just got me thinking. Like life is a blessing. We just lost 13 people, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I really was expecting to log on here and see people just say like never forget or do a little video, post a picture, and nothing. It's the same old bullshit on here. It's like, the people that, yeah, aw, Diddy Dawn, that's so sweet. My father in law walked over the bridge because he was stuck. I was so grateful. I don't know. It was a fireman who told me to go to the ferry, don't look back, get on it, and get the hell out. And I got the last Staten Island ferry out of Manhattan that morning. And so many people were stranded after that. It was just crazy, just crazy. But I was just expecting a little bit more. But nope, it's the same all on here. Like there are days I feel like people should just know it's a hard day for some people, and just out of your own self, wherever you're from, be humble. Say something nice to somebody, even if you didn't know them. Like, pay a tribute to every loss of life that day and afterwards. How this country fought for us to be here. And okay, life happens. We bitch, we complain, but like, come on, every day, all day. And this is not towards one person. Please get up and fucking do something kind for somebody. Please, anything. I don't care if you cannot walk. Pick up the phone and call your next door neighbor and invite her over for tea. Just do something for somebody else today. That's all I ask. Send an email to somebody you haven't seen in a while. Let them know you think of them. Pick up pick up the phone and call your cousin you haven't talked to in 6 months. Just because life gets in the way, you know? Hey Lanky, a week after you moved? Wow. So you know what the city was like back then, Lanky. It was a bad time for New York. I'm not gonna say it wasn't, but it was also like when I look back on it now, it was the most humbling experience to see how many people were so united. Like I just wish this country would get back to that place. Wow, Lanky, that's crazy. How long did you stay here for, Lanky? After? Like how long did you stay in New York before you moved back? No, I just feel like I feel right now that I have to get up and do something nice to somebody. So, with that being said, that's why I'm going on live here now. I'm going to take my daughter to Home Depot because she wants to do her room over. But I just grabbed one of my Jeffree Star palettes and I'm going to try to find somebody to make their day today. A random stranger that I feel would make them happy. Just because you know what? It's going to make me feel good about myself. It's going to make somebody happy to get, you know, a gift from somebody. So that's what I'm going to do today. If my daughter ever gets out of goddamn bed, but the life of a 21-year-old, you know, we all been there, you know. So much has gone on in the tubes. I'm looking forward to more live streams and more fun and no Debbie Downer shit. I'm sick of being Debbie Downer on here. Wow. Lanky, that's amazing. I would love to hear your story, Lanky. I really would. I wish you would panel up and tell us about yourself one day. Because to me, I think you're such a beautiful soul. And you're so nice to everybody. And so kind. She really is, Dawn, isn't she? Like the best. Yeah, like in New Yorkers, that's one thing. I mean, they always pull together strong. It's not just through tragedy. Like New Yorkers will always come through. There's no doubt about that. But on that day, the magnitude of sacrifice was something you probably will never ever see unless we ever go through another similar tragedy. But you know, I think that would take place anywhere because I watched it happen in Sandy too, Hurricane Sandy. I bet you New Orleans and Louisiana is going through that now. I bet you so many people are helping, and it's usually strangers. You know, it's usually like the mattress guy, for instance, who packs a truck with donations from all over his area and drives at 8 hours to Louisiana to help families. It's just I really wish they would show us more of those type of things. Because I know people don't do it for the cameras, and we see small little news clips. But it would be nice to see the whole thing, like start to finish. How, what made this person do this? I think it would just be such an uplifting story to tell, Like, but a lot of people that do things like that, they don't do it for camera and views, and they do it because they have a big heart. But I don't even want to do it for somebody to get rewards. Maybe it would open other people's eyes to say, like, look, when you do this for somebody, it doesn't always better them just because they're the one on the receiving end. It makes you feel like you're worthy, like you actually helped somebody. Whether you could hand somebody a roll of toilet paper and get a hug, and you would think that you gave them the key to their new house because that's how grateful they are without having that stuff right now. It's that simple. Like 50 cents and a smile and a hug. And I don't expect that around here, so I ain't even going to bother preaching. To me, if you're over the age of 21 and you're set in your ways, man, yeah, you got a life ahead of you to learn and hopefully be humble. But if you're 40 and over and this is who you are on here, I can barely, this is who you are. I mean, when you see these people 45, 35, 30, who they are on that panel is who they are. Believe it. Good, bad, or ugly. That is who you're looking at. Those trolls that act like idiots, you think they don't do that in their real life? They sure as shit too. They sure as shit too. You don't wake up every day miserable just because YouTube's miserable. Can be yes, the one I remember holding the doors, hold the door, a simple hold the door open, like it's that easy. It's that easy. It's that simple. You know. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate your support, love. Um, it's really not that hard, and I don't care if I have one person to talk to on here or 800. I don't care about how many views this video will get. I don't care how many likes, dislikes it's gonna get. I don't care how many people are gonna call me a fat fuck underneath the comments. None of that matters because I'm on live. How do you feel? Good, a little better, but my throat hurts a little, but not as bad as yesterday. Yeah, I had a little bit of a sore throat yesterday, but it's better now. I mean, still a little shaky, but that's because I was crying all morning. But in honesty, no Debbie Downer. It was a good cry. I needed it. It was good. It felt good, and it was. I'm happy. I'm just happy. So many different signs showed me today that my friend is with me. And yeah, I miss her terribly. But I know she's with me, Lanky, and I just know it. And I'm not a big God believer, spiritual, like talking to the dead or I don't believe in any of that. But in my heart, I just know she's with me. Right, Debbie? It Even if you brought your neighbor, a plant, anything. Pick her. You go into the food store. Does it? How much does it actually cost you to pick up the phone and say, "Hey, I know you don't get out of the house much. I'm heading to the supermarket. Is there anything I can do for you?" You know, that little gesture is going to make you feel 100% better. And it's going to make them feel like, wow, somebody thought of me. I mean, what better feeling? You make yourself feel good, make somebody else feel good. It's pay it forward. It's humanity. We're supposed to have that. We're supposed to be born with that. Like, just take a minute and absorb it. And I'm not here to preach because I can't stand to be preached to. I'm just saying, you want to feel good, then do something good. Do something good without taking something back. You know what I mean? So I figured I would be nice, and I'm gonna log off because I don't want to preach. Besides, my daughter's busting my chops to get ready. But I just wanted to say, as always, I'm here to thank all the people that always supported me. To say it's a blessing meeting each and every one of the people that I have on here. To apologize to anybody I've ever hurt their feelings on. And this even goes to the ones that don't like me. And I'm going to find it in my heart, as hard as it is, to say something nice about everybody that I've been mean to on here today. So listen up, lady in the front row on stage. I'm yelling from the back row with my friends in the back. Your candles have gotten a lot better than what they were. So I commend that. And your new line, which is astrology, much better than the other ones. So there's my something nice to you, life perplexed. You probably wanna don't give a fuck, but trust me, take it now because they'll probably be the last nice word you'll ever get from me. Somali. Um, it's tough. Uh, I all right. I'll say something nice. Your stream when you were doing for St. Jude the other day, I do particularly like uh your aesthetic and music. You definitely have a upbeat personality when it comes to music. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, sweetheart. Same to you and all of you guys in here. Sending you guys love, strength, whatever it is you're going through. I hope to God it works out. And if it doesn't, just know that one day you'll realize it happened for a reason. And that's the best I can say. And no, in the moment it doesn't feel good, but one day we get it. Um, so yeah, that's my nice word for Molly. Now, Brian and we had a rough past on here. I considered him a friend, but I was also a friend that would tell Brian like it is. Good, bad, or indifferent. So even when we were friends, when I thought he was wrong, I would tear him a new one. He never had a problem then, but for some reason, because I don't agree with the things he's done around here lately, and he may not agree with the things that I've done around here lately, um, because I'm no prize package. Um, so you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think I'm done nearly as bad as others, but anyway, back to Brian and saying something good. Brian has a beautiful family and girls that love him, and I'm sure his other children do as well. And I couldn't imagine ever walking a day in his shoes, so I just want to say, from what I know, Brian, he always was a good, loving father to those two little girls, and for that, I think, you know what? I'll never, ever knock somebody for being even, you know, a dad. He's a good dad. I'm not going to knock him because there's a lot of deadbeat dads out there that just walk away. And, Brian definitely isn't one of them. But, I mean, and his girls are very well mannered. And, you know, Brian has it in his heart to be a good person, but he doesn't like to hear corrective criticism or anything bad. And I get it. I wouldn't want to hear anything bad either. But when I hear or somebody says something bad about me, I don't generally just decide to make a video about a comment that I've seen and uh you know, unless you really trigger me. But I I didn't see the relevance, and I don't even want to bring this up because it doesn't even bother me. Like, took a picture of me and made a video about Steph. They don't even call it. It doesn't even make. It didn't make sense to me. But hey, like, if it made him feel better in the moment making that video, because I know for me, I've done the same thing when people frustrate me and I make videos on them. It's my way of letting my emotions out, and rather than go live or whatever. So if that made him feel good, kudos. I mean, I can't knock his hustle. I do it too. So I have nothing bad to say about it. I'm not, whatever. You rock, bro. Um, I didn't bother to read the comments other than, you know, because I'm not going to sit and read negativity about me. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. I don't knock somebody if they dislike me. I'm not here. I wasn't put on this world, on this earth to please everybody. I try to be fair, but I'm also honest, and just because and my honesty and my opinion doesn't make it fact. It just makes it mine. So, you know, it is what it is. But I've been trying to working on not, and most of the times I'm so misunderstood in chat. Like, I'm joking around half the times, and I have like a crazy sense of humor. So I have to understand that not everybody's always gonna take what I'm saying. Hey, Kathy. Um, Thank you for stopping by, Kathy. I'm not. I'm not. Oh, I'm not always correct. I'm not always kind. I'm not always perfect. I'm not. Oh, I could be an asshole, but you know what? Like sometimes I just log on here to be silly, and sometimes I'm in a pissy mood, just like everybody else. These creators gotta stop policing comments. You're silencing people, and you're silencing your own audience. You fools. You're chasing people's comments down, and then relent. Like it's a comment. It's an opinion. One of fucking a billion. Is it really gonna burn your asshole that bad? Like really? I could see if they were threatening your life. Even those I don't pay attention to. Like, you can't let little things like that bother you because it'll eat away your soul, and you become heartless. So I'm definitely looking forward to going live more and having more fun. The problem is nobody ever comes here, so like I appreciate the people that come here, but I want to have fun. I have to have a bigger chat. You know what I mean? Like I want to do trivia and games, but it's getting the people over here to have fun. Like you know what I mean? I have tons of stuff to give away. I still have it all here. I haven't given away. I've asked many creators to let me go on their panel and let's have a fun night. And everybody says yeah, and then I never hear from them. So if anybody wants to have a game night, I got the prizes. Or a fun night. You got an idea. I got the prizes. Let's panel up together and have some goddamn fun around here. We all need it. Everybody needs fun. Even the miserable people need fun. The ones that say they're not going to watch, they're going to watch. And if there's prizes involved, they're going to be our friend that day. So you know what? We could all be harmonious. Yeah, good idea, Kim. Post a 30-minute reminder. It's just I don't go live a lot, so I mean I'm expect I rarely go live, barely. Hey Dova, um, have fun at the car show, Dova. I don't expect like to go live and have 800 people watching. I never go live, so you're right. I should post it a half hour before, so I will try. But Wendy, Randy, hello Starlight, Mander, uh, Vinny J, Wogs, whoever, John. I don't care who it is. Let's have let's have a fun creator panel and you know just laugh and do giveaways and make the subs feel appreciated. Subs and creators, you know what I mean? So anyway, with that being said, I have to wash the New York City dirt and grimy public transportation grit off my body because yeah, it's disgusting. And then I'm going to take my daughter to Home Depot, get something to eat, and give away a pallet. And I'm probably going to film it. My daughter's probably going to say, "You're so embarrassing." But her 21-year-old self needs to learn some humility too. So, thank you guys for coming. All of you 7, 8, 9, 10 people. I'm sorry didn't see chat and I'm babbling away. And I'm not going to replay it back, so if there's any trolls, I hope that you moderators got them. And I'm looking forward to all the comments that are going to be left below, good and bad. Because if you take the time to write something bad to me, maybe you're trying to send me a message. And maybe it's a message that I could take in and learn to do better. Now, let's see how far this goes. I very much doubt any of the people that don't like me say, actually, Life Rewind said something nice about me today. I'll never hear that. Because nobody wants to screenshot nice. It's all about what's dirty. Wouldn't it be funny if all these, like shit talking, because I blame a lot on the subs that take something out of context and then bring it back to a creator and try to make it like, oh, I don't know why she said this, but she said this. But I also blame the creator for not doing their due diligence and seeing what it was in reference to or watching. It just shows your lack of common sense and wanting to know more. Or your fear of not wanting to know more because obviously that whole chat room was about you. Because you don't want to know the bad about yourself. And I can understand that, but you know what? It's really imperative that these creators start doing that. First of all, subs stop doing that. And creators start vetting your shit before you start pointing fingers. It's disgusting around here. You're believing a troll that had a account for 21 hours. Like, it doesn't say much about your brain activity. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're going through. If you can't manage, if it's too hard for you to vet it, then ask somebody close to you to vet it and understand the context of what. Or better yet, how about you telling people next time you send me something bad about myself, I'm blocking you from my channel. I don't care if you're my sub since day one. Unless that threatening my family or my children, I don't want to see it. Period. That's it. It ends there. You have that ability to do that. So, but wouldn't it be funny, rather than taking screenshots of all the fucking bad, that maybe somebody like Capone, who ran around getting screenshots, went and did something nice, Laura, like, and took all screenshots of another stream that said all nice things about Laura? Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't wouldn't you think that a person like Capone would be like, hey, look at all these nice things this one said about you, or look what that one said about you, rather than like, oh, I look at this. I don't know what she meant by it, but to me, I think she, you know, no. And I'm sorry, Capone. I shouldn't have mentioned you, but and you know what? We're all guilty of doing it. It's not just him. Other people, every side does it. But you know what? I challenge you to do the opposite. Find something incredibly nice of a comment that you see somewhere and bring it back to that creator and make their day. Make them smile instead of triggering them and upsetting them. It'll feel a lot better, I promise you. So, with that being said, never forget the people in 9/11, all the sacrifices that were made on that day, and all the years afterwards to catching that bastard in that hellhole and finally getting the freedom of America back. And just be grateful that you're able to log on here every day without a worry in the world what other people may not be for whatever reason. especially the ones that are over there fighting now. So, and prayers to the 13 terrorist soldiers that we lost and their families. So I hope everybody has a blessed Saturday, an even better Sunday. And you know what? To all the people on here that I dig with and I roll with, you guys rock. I love you. And I really appreciate you. And to all the people that suck, you know what? It was fun when you just sucked a little, and now you suck. This place is too toxic. So let's get better to it sucking just a little less. Okay? And Wogs, I'm waiting for my song. I'm out from New York, guys. Love you guys. Thank you all for coming. Kim, Debbie, Kim, Debbie, Kim, Debbie, Kim, Debbie. Debbie Lou, you were doll, lanky. Thank you. Kim Bailey, thank you. Jova, thank you. I thought I seen one, but maybe not. Long Island Girl, thank you. And you know what? One last thing I want to say. Whatever's gonna happen in the future, let it happen organically. Please leave your accusations to your own self unless you got proof of otherwise. If you don't have the proof that somebody's done something, then don't bring it to the table. That's it. Period. And keep your personal conversations personal because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I promise you it's not. It's not worth it. You'll never be looked at again the same. Um, that's it. Now, bye everybody. Peace.